Hey everyone, welcome to Fresh Library. Want to join live classes? All details and shopping links are in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's dive in. Today in this session, we are going to discuss about file permissions and ownership. File permissions and ownership. Uh, Before proceeding into today's session, let's have an overview of what we have discussed in the last class. In the last class, we have discussed about file operations. First one is we have discussed about touch. Uh, Now I am giving an overview of the last earlier class. So, if you want to detailed explanation about this class, then please watch our previous tutorial. Okay. So, first of all, started with touch. Touch is used to create empty files, and then we can also use touch for creating multiple files, and then we had used ls for showing the files, and then cp is to copy the files, and if you want to copy the folder, then we had used cp-r, and then mv for moving and renaming the file, and rm for uh, deleting single file and also for deleting multiple files. Wait for a second. Yes, and then we had used for mkdir and rmdir. So mkdir is for creating folders, and rmdir for removing empty folders. Next, rm-r for removing non-empty folders. Okay, till here we have discussed in the last class. Now we are going to discuss about file permission and ownership. File permissions and ownership. Okay, file permission. So first of all, in file permission, what is this file permission is, first, in order to understand this, first we need to discuss about or first we need to understand about the file permissions. Okay, so understanding file permissions. Hmm. In Linux, every file and folder has permissions that define who can read, write, or execute them. In Linux, every file and folder has permissions that define who can read, write, or execute them. So there are three types of users and three types of permissions. There are three types of users and three types of permissions. Let's understand this with a simple example. For this, I am going to take one example. Uh, First, for understanding this, I am going to open the Ubuntu shell. So here I had open Ubuntu shell and I'm writing the command here ls-l. Okay, here we are having some file permissions. It is showing that rw hyphen r. Okay, so these are the some file permissions for but those particular files. Okay, here sample.txt there, one.txt there, sanketik.txt there. So these are the some files. Okay, and their associated file permissions. Okay, so first of all, what is this rw? And what is this r hyphen hyphen and what is this r hyphen hyphen again? Okay, what are these what this tells about? Okay, so first we know rw is nothing but an read and write. R means next r means group, and next r means others. Okay, so first we are going to write the notes for this. Give me a second. ls hyphen l. Okay, in this ls-l it will gives the file like this one, or else we can say you can take this one, any file you can take, just for understanding purpose only. This is the output. Okay, this is the output. Here I had pasted. So in this is the input, this is the output. So first of all, hyphen, what is this hyphen? Here hyphen is there, right? This one. Okay, so it will tell about file type. Okay, whether it is a regular or not regular, like that it will tell. Next thing, rw. rw is nothing but user has read and write. Okay, next, or hyphen. Group has read only. Next, we are having another r, this one, right? This one is this one, and this one is there, right? So for that one, I'm writing r hyphen. Others have read only permission. Okay, others have read only. This is about some file permissions, and also here we need to mention like what is this r. R is nothing but an read. What is this read? Means it will allow you to file view the file content. It allows us to view the file content. Like we open a Word document, Excel document, right? Same in the same way, it will allow you to. Sometimes we are unable to edit that one. We can only see whatever the content is there. Like that, it will be there. Next, W. W means what? Right. Right means we can modify or edit the file. Okay. X. Execute. So execute means run the file as a program. Run the file as a program. Okay, this is about the Linux file permissions. Okay, next, changing file permissions. Okay, our next section is about changing permissions. So here we can change the file permissions using the chmod command. Okay, we can change the file permissions using the chmod command, and there are two ways to use it. First one is the symbolic way, and the second one is the numeric method. Okay, first one is the symbolic method, and the second one is the numeric method. Let's learn both one by one. Okay, we are having two types of ways to change the permissions. First one is the symbolic, second one is the numeric. Okay, so let's jump into this topic. First one I am telling you about symbolic method. So in symbolic method, we are now going to execute the permissions, add execute permissions for the user. Okay, how we can add execute permission for a user is, first of all, for understanding this, I'm going to open the Ubuntu. U plus X. So u plus x, what is this u plus x? I will tell you. Okay. Okay, yeah. Now the command got successfully executed, because it was not shown any errors or invalid. Okay, so now we will write about this command. What is this u? What is this x? U means user and x means execute. Okay, yeah. So here u user or owner. Next, plus x, right? Sorry, plus x. Here the plus means adding and minus means removing. Okay, add execute permission. Okay, next. Now here we are giving we had given the uh, execute permission u plus x for the sample.txt. Okay, now we are going to remove the permission. Okay, now we are going to remove the write permission from the group. We are going to remove the write permission from the group. How can we remove the write permission from the group is for that I am going to use the chmod command again, and then here g minus w sample.txt. Okay, what is this g and what is this g minus w, I mean hyphen w? Okay, we are going to know about this. Here g means group and hyphen w is there, right? Sorry, yeah, hyphen w. Remove write permission. Minus is there, right? Minus means remove. Here plus is there, so plus means adding, minus means removing. Remove write permission. Okay, just wait for a second. Okay, this is the command to check the what are the permissions it has. Okay, Next, now we had done with the adding the permission and removing the permission. And now we are going to set read only permission for others. Read only permission for others. So here for this we are going to execute smart o equal to r sample.txt. Okay, now we are going to copy this one. Okay, so here what is this o? O is nothing but others. Sorry, in this topic we have to give equal to r. Equal to r means what? Exactly, we are setting the exactly read only permission. Okay, read only permission. Exactly read only permission. Okay. So this is about the symbolic method or symbolic way we can call. So we have seen how to add the permission, how to remove the permission, and how to set the only one permission, that is read. Okay, like that we have seen, right? Now uh, uh, we have seen all this in symbolic method. Now we are going to see these things in numeric method. Numeric, or we can say octal. Octal. So what is octal? Octal is nothing but 0 to octal means 8, right? So just for example, I will showing, but I will remove this one. So we need to represent 8 numbers. One is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So how, sorry, not 8, up to 7 only. 3, 3, 6 plus 7 plus 1. So how many numbers are there? 8 numbers, including 0. Octal means 8. So this is called as an octal number system. Okay. Now how we are going to use this in our Linux? Okay. Okay. So first we need to understand what is the value of r and then w and then x. So just try to understand this. Just try r equal to 4, let's say. Next, w equal to 2, and then x equal to 1. Okay. Now add them together to form a 3-digit number. Okay. For suppose here, now I am going to add these three numbers. Number, meaning, permission. So first of all, we need to know about it. As I said, octal means 8 numbers, right? That is 0 to 7. Sorry for interruptions. 4, 7 means what? 4 plus 3 plus 2. Sorry, 4 plus 2 plus 1. So RWX. R means 4, right? As I said, W means 2. Okay. Now 1 means execute. Okay. So like that I had divided. And then 6. 4 plus 2. RW hyphen. So this means that a read and write. Sorry. RW means read and write. Next 5. 5 is about to 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 means read and execute, right? Read and execute. Next 4. 4. 4 means read only. Next 0. 0 means 0. Nothing. Okay. This is the we need to remember all these points to represent a numeric method. So now we are going to execute the command by using this numeric method. How we can execute is here just simply chmod 755 sample.txt. Yes. FNL. Okay. So the sample.txt has a 755 permissions. Like 7 means what? 4 plus t plus 1, right? Yeah. So it is having read, write, execute. Okay. If it is 6, then read, write. And 5, r minus, read and execute. Like that we need to understand. Okay. And here we need to remember one more thing. So if it is having 7, 7 means what? Read, write, execute, right? Okay. Here only I will mention. So here it is having three permissions: read, write, execute. That means three permissions. One file is having three permissions. Means that is tends to be a owner. Owner only have all the rights, right? So three permissions having one file, that is that represents it's a owner. And here all one permission is missing. So here one so one permission is missing means that may be a group. Next, r minus x. So it also be a others. Okay. Now try to move forward with this. If you got any confusions or doubts, then please comment below. And also uh, here while going forward or by moving forward, you can understand everything in a detailed way. Don't worry about any confusions in this. Okay. By going forward only you can understand all this. Just try to remember as per now. Okay. And here one more thing we need to know is, if you want to give, so here I had given the permissions like 7 for one particular file. Now I want to give these kind of permissions for all the files. Okay, these are having so many files we are having here, right? So if I want to give the permission for all these files, then we don't need to mention the each file, and don't need to write the comment for each file. Okay, so yeah, of course here we are having 44 files. I mean okay, what 20, let's say is same in 20 files. Okay, if you want to give the permission for these 20 files, shall we need to execute 20 commands? Or if you want to give the permission for 1000 files, then shall we need to uh, write the 1000 lines for giving the permissions? No, not like that. We can simply use here for loop. In by using for loop, we can give the permissions at a time for the all the files. Okay, this is a tip. But in our upcoming sessions, I am going to tell you about these for loop. For now, we don't need to require that much analysis in the initial days. Okay, next we have to see about file ownership. Okay, file ownership. So file ownership, we will use the two kinds of commands, that is ch4w and chown and chgrp. ch4w and chown and chgrp. First of all, we need to know about the chown command. Okay. So and permissions tell what users can do, but ownership tells who actually owns a file. So who is the owner, who is the user, who is other, whether it is a group, like that we need to know, right? So here permissions, file permissions means permissions tells what users can do. But here we are discussing about ownership. So difference between the file permission and ownership is that is permissions tells about the only what can we do with that file, but ownership tells that who is the owner, like that. Okay, uh, here we can manage these two commands. Okay, we can manage this using two commands. First one is chown, to change the file owner, and chgrp to change the group ownership, change the group. Okay. Now, for executing this, we need to try one command, that is sudo chown. For suppose user dot user not dot. Okay, user one, let's say user one test dot txt or sample dot txt, we can say. Okay, so now here, first we need to execute, if you want to execute this command, first we need to create the users, like user 1 or user 2, user 3, like that. Then only this command will work. Otherwise, it will give the invalid response, invalid as a response. So here, but here I had not created any users. Okay, any users or any admin. Okay, now it will give the invalid answer. Okay. No, first of all, it will ask you about the password. Then we need to mention the password. Then it will give the invalid, because I have not. I, as I earlier said, I have not created the user one. Okay, but the way of command using is this one only. And while entering password, it will not show you the password what you are entering, but you need to take care about the password what you are giving. Okay. What it tells is changes file you want to user one. Okay. And next, and it requires sudo or root access. It requires sudo or root access. That's why it is asked for the password, right? Okay. uh, so we need to give the sudo and root access also, or else sudo or root access. Next, we need to deal with the chgrp. Now we have discussed about chown, right? Now we are going to discuss about chgrp. For that, we are going to use chgrp. Sample.txt. Okay, so now I had already earlier said I have not created the group also. Okay, I have not created the developers group. That's why it is giving invalid. Okay, but the command is correct only. But for creating the owner or user, and for how creating group, how to create the group, these things I will cover in our upcoming sessions. Okay, at that time, after creating the owner or group, you can execute this command. What it will tell is will assign file to group. That group name called developers. Useful in shared folder or team projects. Okay, useful in shared folders or team projects. Let's understand what we have discussed in today's class. First, we have started with file permissions and ownership. Wait for a second. So first we have discussed about the understanding the file permissions. For that we had used ls-l, and then we got that output. I had mentioned the output as output also here. Okay. So in that first hyphen will tell us about the file type, and then rw will tell about read and write permission, and then r hyphen hyphen about group, and the next r hyphen hyphen about others have read only. Next. Here R is nothing but a read and W is nothing but a write, and X means execute. Next, changing permissions. So here we are having symbolic method and numeric method. In symbolic method, we had used chmod plus u plus x, a sample text. So u plus x means u means user, and x plus x means add. Next, g minus w. G means group, hyphen W means remove write permissions. Next, we are used chmod o equal to r sample.txt. Here O means others and equal to R means exactly read only permission. Next, numeric means R equal to 4 and W equal to 2 and X equal to 1. Okay, so let's say like that. And also here I had also shown you the practical way. Okay, I think I have not mentioned that command right now. I want to mention that command here. Yeah, it's better. The command is this one, and the meaning of the command is here I had mentioned. Okay. You don't need explanation for this. By seeing it you can easily understand. Okay, next we have deal with the file ownership. For file ownership we had used two commands. First one is chwn chown, and then chgrp. uh, chwn for ownership and grp for groups. Okay, so here we are assigning changing the files owner to user one. Okay, and it requires a sudo or root access. That's why we had given the password. Next, uh, for chgrp, here we are assigning a file value to the group, file to the group. That group name is called developers, and it will be useful in shared folders or team projects. Okay, excellent work. Now you know how to check, modify and manage permissions and ownership in Linux. Okay. Practice these commands on your system to get confidence. Like, share, and subscribe, and join our live classes at Sanketik live classes for more Linux sessions. See you in the next part where we will learn about file setching and process management in Linux. Okay, thank you and thanks for watching.